Hey, what's up everybody? This is C.L.S. all-in-one. In today's video, I'll be replacing a backup camera in a 2014 Ford Explorer. So the camera in my Explorer started going bad around the 6th year of owning it, and the symptoms with this was either a very blurry screen with a mirrored image, which made it very confusing and dangerous for backing up, or sometimes the camera would not work at all, and the screen would just go black with a service camera module message. Now let's get started. Located on the tailgate next to the camera is 4 10mm bolts that need to be removed. Next, you need to open the tailgate and remove the 2 11mm nuts located on the sides of the tailgate behind the trim piece that houses the backup camera. So there is one here on the passenger side, and another on the driver's side. Now the tailgate can be closed and a plastic pry bar can be used to start popping the trim loose. So there is 2 fasteners on each side of the trim that will need to be pried loose, in this area right here. And here's a closer look at the fasteners I just popped loose. And once the trim is unfastened, it will still be loosely attached by some wiring for the camera, so you want to have your tools ready and keep a hold of this piece of trim during the next steps. And now it's time to remove the old backup camera, so for this Torx head T20 screw will need to be removed. Then a small flat blade screwdriver can be used to pry this cover loose. Next, the camera needs to be pried up until it pops loose. Now I'll use a small flat blade screwdriver to pry up on this locking tab, then unplug the wire harness from the camera. And here's a side-by-side comparison with the old camera and the new camera, and as you can see here they look pretty much the same except for one is nice and shiny. Now the new camera can be plugged in, then popped back into position. Next, the cover can be slid back into position, then secured with a T20 screw. Now, the trim can be reinstalled by lining up the retainer clips with the holes, then pushing it in place. And if you have any loose weather stripping, you may have to push that back into position as well. Now the 4 10mm bolts can be screwed back in place, and these don't need to be very tight, just get these snug. Then the tailgate needs to be opened and the 11mm nuts can be threaded back on and tightened with just a small amount of force. Now the tailgate can be closed and it's time for a test. Now you'll want to keep in mind when you're ordering a new backup camera, you'll need to check the product description to see if the new camera has the turn assist lines built in or not, because some of the Explorers have this feature while others do not. And as you can see here, my backup camera is working again and everything looks good. And also, if you look closely here, you can see the white lines that I'm talking about for the turning radius. If your Explorer had these to begin with, you'll want to get a camera that has these white lines built in. But if your vehicle never had this feature to begin with, you'll want to make sure to find a camera that does not have this feature. Okay, it's now time for me to go. If you liked this video, if you could, hit that like button and please subscribe. And have yourself a great day, and I'll see you next time.